Okay. Always start with an okay, you know? 'Cause everything is. Here it is. Revolver 70. Basically the layout, just stickered it last night. Set my throws and everything on it. This is the motor out of the Mustang, which was too much beast for it. I wanted to fly more scale, so I got a 75 AX I want to grab for that thing and then put it in cowl muffler. But as I've gone and done, that 120 AX just fits right in there. I had a Sullivan Pitts muffler, of course, as you see, and fit right in there. Just took the bulk out of the heaviness out of it, shoved it right up in there. In order to take this thing off the cowl, you got to stick your hex head in that thing, metric, the throttle, carburetor adjust. It's a Greatplanes spinner. It's on a 1510 prop. Got half-inch 256 with washers all up in there. Just drill it out the inside. Put the line nuts on the inside of it. Sit in there real nice. This 120 AX got about 2 tanks in it from the engine itself. I'm going to see how this thing flies with the pants. Because I got a grass field, so maybe yanking them off. But I reinforced the inside. This is the setup underneath. I've got Dubro. Probably trim those ends off so they don't puncture anything when I'm carrying it back and forth. Pilots installed. I moved them up a good little bit. I mean, you can put it roughly anywhere. The other servo in the back end, and of course the tail. Got a pull system running through there. It's a 256 pull. It's big enough, and I don't need to have it. You don't 3D this thing. Just fly the crap out of it. And come around. It's an MPI. What I like about this guy, you can turn this on, and there you go, man. You got a green light. You can fly. Then you get out your receiver. Excuse me, transmitter. Which is over here. Got back off. Fail safe. Make sure the throttle shuts down. So what you do is you turn on the receiver, like the X7 old trusty, transmitter, and you turn on the receiver. You hear everything going. It's adjusted to it. There's my throttle went forward. It was set forward. Now what you do is you check for fail safe. Throw this thing forward. And then all of a sudden, let's say you lose your radio, gets turned off, it just shut back. Let's open this hatch up. Two nice little screws go in right here on this hatch. Then again, we can look at it again, turn it off, turn the receiver on, sort of pop the bind, hit the throttle all the way up, turn off the radio, and it failed safe back to kill the engine. It's so important. We had an incident about a year and a half, 2 years ago. A guy tried to taxi his plane into the pits, and for crying out loud, man, it bore into a buddy of mine's leg and ended up with 90-something stitches, a bloody mess, and a lot of pain and agony. But even though it's on, in less than 5 seconds it rebound. It's a beautiful Greatplanes model. Here's the interior of it. I got my pull system set up in there. I have my wonderful setup. A little bit of, there's the lines, there's my battery up in front, there's my throttle, and this is a 16-ounce Dubro. I've got it so that it pulls out, pull fill, and just shove her right back in, twist it. Of course, I'll do all this with the all the stuff off, the cowl off, I mean the canopy top. But looks awesome. Now here it is, Sunday. I think I'll take it up the field and see how she maidens. One thing is for sure, which is I wholeheartedly endorse. Haven't had a tail heavy looking plane or anything when it takes off. One of these is a Greatplanes balancer. You set it right on there and do it to the actual size, and it does. Just take these little tabs right here, you set it out front. You got to have this thing in the front forward area. Take the tabs, put it forward, make sure they're pushed in. It's got an actual measurement and metric sizes are actually US, which has this one's at 5.5. Set the plane, and as you can see, a little bit of pushing around on that, but upside down is a set at 5.5, and it's to this root right here. Okay, so when you look at the plane and you're trying to go and run this up, you got to look right down the barrel on this thing square and see that it's right there on the root. It could be a smidge forward or a smidge back, but you'll almost notice, and it's something worth taking half an hour to do, if not longer, just to make sure that you got it right. Add-ons, I had a little bit of wood stock in here, formed it up so it wouldn't be any vibration. A little bit of wood, just glue in there, and then I add a little bit of wood on this side also. Lateral balancing, that's literally balancing the plane left to right. Run your string, some really strong thread up and through here, and I hang it from my ceiling about almost waist high, and then run it down through your back wheel, which I of course modified and put on a tail wheel connection I really love. But we'll see how the pants do, we'll see how the gear does. You can't really see it, but I did chop out wood underneath the tank here. Make sure that's nice and non-vibrating and solid. Underneath it, right here, just took a strip out and then just redid everything as far as grabbing the line nuts and put some wood stock down in there and a little bit of epoxy and everything, and basically go make it just a good bit stronger. If they're going to tear out, they're going to tear out, so nothing you can do about it. But just take this, set her back in. It balanced out at 5.5 with, believe it or not, no weight added. Putting the servos in the back helped out a bunch. What I like also to do is I turn around and I put in these are 440s, but what I definitely add on is just this little plastic, 1/8-inch washer, so that it doesn't go and press the heck out of the fuselage. But it screws right in. Absolutely beautiful plane standing, but we'll see how she flies. So you can turn off the receiver, shut down the radio, and we're good to go. The plan is to go and grab the Escapade, put it up, a little bit of warm up, have some fun with it, and then for the big moment, I still want to go and take the cowl back off and readjust. It's the little small mixture screw for the carburetor. I'm finding when I hit the accelerator on it, it basically goes and just hesitates. And what they're saying with OS is that it's causing too much fuel to dump in and causing it to hesitate. So I want to get that just fine-tuned. But with this 120AX, it's probably going to be a stupid rocket. And getting them servos, you got to get them just right, man. So hopefully we'll have a winner here. But if not, I'll rebuild it, as I've always done. All right, happy flying. Cool. Take care. See you. Bye.